Hello, good evening, everyone. Warm welcome to Business Live. Coming up on the program, government makes significant progress towards closing a staff-level deal with IMF before the end of this year. We have details from Information Minister Kojo Backah.
Expect to have a staff-level agreement with the technical staff when they come and do the final negotiations with that before the end of.
Also, banks accused of venturing into insurance businesses in violation of the Insurance Act. Ahead, we will hear from the Insurance Brokers Association, which says its members have lost millions of cedis as a result.
So if we're talking about what the banks are doing, look, our members have lost businesses, huge accounts, because the clients were in that situation where the bank insists that, look, before I'll proceed to do business with you, give me the broken business. And so the clients have to reluctantly cede to it.
Plus, the Joy Business shopping list will gauge prices of foodstuff at the Makola Okaishi market as October inflation hits 40.4%.
Nearly 50 kilo. It was 590. Now it's 1,090 cedis. 1,090 cedis. We have this thing, Millicent here. Millicent, 25 kilo.
We've got details of these and many others in a moment. Please stay. I am Pious Kojo Backah, and look now at our stories. Economist Pious Kojo has been reacting to growing calls for the resignation of Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, even from his own party. Majority MPs have indicated they will not allow the Finance Minister to present the 2023 budget. But Mr. Kojo agrees, saying there is no better time than now to ask the Finance Minister to go.
With the 24th of November date of what is being proposed, it is within the timelines that the PFM laws of the country actually allow. There are two quick responses to the issue. I think from an economic point of view, it is irrelevant who reads the budget. And I want to kind of reiterate this
Interesting,
point.
Mr. Champong.
So economically, yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I said interesting. Just go ahead.
Yes. Yes, and I'm saying that from an economic point of view, whoever reads the budget, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. It's really the message and what is communicated within that in terms of fixing those structural issues and clearly sending a signal to the market ahead of the staff level agreement. And that's what's important. Could you use the word prior actions? And precisely so, because that's what the IMF and other players would be looking out for. But politically, it does matter. So politically, if the finance minister doesn't, or the current finance minister doesn't read the budget, we can all pretty much assume that it's as simple as that, right? So it does have a political consequence, but economically, it really doesn't really matter in that respect.
Talking about the 2023 budget, the Information Minister Kojo Backah revealed that the 2023 budget will be presented on November 24. Speaking on the same program, economist Pious Kojo said he wished the IMF agreement could come before the budget presentation.
A few of the other government officials came to sit on radio and TV assertions that a staff-level agreement could be gotten before the budget is passed.
Yeah.
And this is actually important because a lot of the uncertainty within the market currently as we're speaking all has to do with an issue of when the IMF program comes and the sequencing and the timing. So it was such that if you got a staff level agreement before you pass the budget, then that would ensure some form of credibility, policy credibility of the 2023 budget. For sure, there would be some of the actions that will be reflected in the 2023 budget, like Kojo has just talked about. But if the staff level agreement comes after the budget has been read, there's still going to be that uncertainty within the market because you're not too sure what form, shape, or structure that the full program would take with the fund. So again, to reiterate my point, there are 3 steps in the process. The DSA, the Article 4 reports, a staff level agreement, and then the board would approve rarely would you get, and I support Mensah's point, rarely would you get a staff level agreement being sent back by the board. That's not going to happen. So the staff level agreement is important, and we can get it definitely, in my view, before the end of the year, because we have seen Kenya, we have seen Egypt also secure similar ECF and EFF type arrangements that Ghana is seeking to get within a 7 to 8 month time period.
And more on the economy, government says it has made significant progress towards reaching a staff-level agreement with the IMF before the end of the year. There have been concerns that debt restructuring and timelines for meeting program preconditions may result in Ghana missing out on any deal before December. Information Minister Kojo Backah has been speaking on PM Express Business Edition.
We went back to the fund in early October, I think, for some follow-up conversations. During the conversations, we're able to agree on the kind of fiscal adjustment that we need. We're also able to agree on the kind of debt sustainability levels that we should be looking for. We're able to have a fair idea what kind of balance of payments supported over what period we should be getting. Also, we've been able to have a fair idea the kind of risks that the energy sector poses to our budget, and what to consider in mitigating those risks. And then at the same time, because of the growing economic pressures, the need to do what is important to the everyday Ghanaian, apart from these things I've spoken about, which may be important to the technical people, the everyday Ghanaian is looking to see the economy grow and poor people protected. So how do you treat that as well? That is where we are. So I'd say that so far the conversations have gone, or the negotiations have gone fairly well. We're expecting to go to Parliament, to lay before Parliament some of those ones that the President has already mentioned. Those are low-hanging fruits. They also show our commitment as a country to the kind of program we are looking to get. Because if you look at the old way the fund used to operate, they have what they call the prior action. This, would show some prior commitment even to some of the things that we hope to do with them. And then we expect a mission by the end of November, and we expect to have a staff-level agreement with the technical staff when they come and do the, final negotiations with that before the end of.
Away from the IMF and to some other stories by way of insurance, banks are being accused of venturing into insurance business on a large scale, which violates the Insurance Act. According to the Insurance Brokers Association of Ghana, IBAC, the law allows the banks through bank assurance to sell only personal line insurance products to their clients. President of IBAC, Shaibu Ali, expressed his misgivings in an interview with Joy Business at a media soiree organized by his outfit. The following report has more. Under the bank assurance agreement, banks are allowed to serve as a channel to sell personal line insurance products only. But according to IBAC, banks are engaged in streamlined insurance business under the guise of the bank assurance agreement, a situation that says violates the provisions in the Insurance Act. Speaking to Joy Business, President of the association, Shaibu Ali, says the phenomenon is getting out of hand and gradually relegating insurance brokers to the background.
It's our turf. The banks are supposed to be doing banking. Insurance is supposed to be an insurance activity. Now you have veered into insurance, but the law grants you the right to do insurance, corporate agency for personal lines. The law does not grant you the right to do commercial lines. We don't have a problem with banks doing personal lines. The telecos are doing personal lines. Have we complained? No. So if we're talking about what the banks are doing, look, our members have lost businesses, huge accounts, because the clients were in that situation where the bank insists that, look, before I'll proceed to do business with you, give me the broken business. And so the clients have to reluctantly cede to it. And that is affecting us.
Shaibu Ali is therefore calling on Bank of Ghana to intervene by way of applying sanctions to banks complicit.
We are seriously taking this very far. We take it to whatever. The law must work. The law must work. The banks are not above the law. The law must work. The central bank must come in, call the banks to order. Sanity must prevail. They can do insurance We are not stopping them. But they should do insurance, which they have been permitted to do, not insurance that they have not been permitted to do. That we will not allow it.
The IBAG media soiree sought to create relationships with the media to sensitize the public on the relevance of insurance brokers. For his part, Chief Executive of Ghana Insurance Association, Dr. Kingsley Kwabashan, described the event as an eye-opener.
I believe that this evening will be one for all of us to remember, but most importantly, it will be an eye-opener for all of us to understand and appreciate that insurers, brokers, and all the other terminologies that you can use have one goal: to make life better for you.
Meanwhile, the Vice President of IBAG, Stephen Kwanteng Yabua, highlighted the relevance of the insurance brokers' contribution to GDP, using the UK industry as a case study.
If you go to UK, almost 73% of all general insurance businesses are bought through brokers. And as high as more than 90% of all commercial general insurance businesses are sold by brokers. So brokers are actually contributing in excess of £60 billion premium to the UK market. So why won't people trust insurance? Because they are using brokers who know insurance and who know how best to represent the interests of the client.
The IBAG media soiree marked the climax of the Insurance Broker Awareness Month. This is still Business Life with me, Pious Kojo Backah. Still to come on the Joy Business shopping list, we gauge prices of foodstuff at the Makola Okainshi market as October inflation hits 40.4%. Back. This is still Business Life with me, Pious Kojo Backah. Let's go shopping, shall we? Traders are being accused of unreasonably increasing prices of items, but they say the hikes in fuel prices and depreciation of the cedi against the dollar are to blame. They are therefore appealing to authorities to implement policies to reduce the rampant increase in prices on the market. In today's edition of the Joy Business Shopping List, Beverly Broom takes a look at the prices of some foodstuffs at the Okainshi Makola market.
Well, in these challenging times that food prices are able to change within 24 hours, we ask that how prepared are you with your next trip to the market? Today we are here at the Makola Okainshi market to gauge the prices of some foodstuffs we have on the market. Are you ready for shopping? Let's go. Yeah, boss. So let's start with the temple.
Okay. Yeah. Now the temple, the new price is $7.90, but the previous price it was $4.70. $4.70. Yeah. We have Lily here. Lily, 25 kilo. 25 kilo. It was it's $3.15. Now it's $5.70. We have Lily 50 kilo. It was $5.90. Now it's 1,090 cedis. 1,090 cedis. We have this thing, Millicent here. Millicent, 25 kilo. It was $3.15. Now it's $4.40. The price increments it was started from August up to today. It started from August today because they are complaining about the dollar increments and other. That's why they increased the price from August and today. Now we have sardine here. Sardine it was 4.5, 50 pesos each, and 5 cedi, 5.5, 6 cedis. But now sardine is gone up to 7 cedi, 8 cedi, 9 cedi. The lower price is 8 cedis. The lower price is 8 cedis, 9 cedi, 10 cedi, 12 cedis. Now we have aya oil, alimo oil, and frito oil. Now it was the frito oil. It was the 25 liter. It was $4.50. But as now it's $9.50. $9.50. It was 1,000. Now they have reduced the price more. We have alimo oil. The alimo oil, it was 450, 25 liter. It was 450, but it wants 1,000. But as of now, it's reduced. It's small. Maybe it's 950 now. And we have tomatoes here. Aladdin tomatoes, Tasty Tom tomatoes. The box is in the 6th in the box. One is it was 18 cedis, but as now it's 38 cedis. 38 cedis. Almost double prices. Yeah, double prices.
Madam, what about our better?
Better lily rice.
Buy no born to say.
Eh, ne boy din papa. First pa we na a ton of 50 cedi price na boy din. Every say 1.15 cedis. Oba tete na he na aso. E say na boy din pa enye easy kra, ene boy din.
Wo ye adwuma be.
Pacho me na aduane ton. Me ye fufuo, me ye kokonte, me ye mutuo, me ye aduane bia bi. Bibi abode say kokonte kra olo nka say. 20 cedis. Ne boy din. Pa enya agro.
Emo no tene say.
Hey, emo no. Oba tete ni 3 cedis ni say dey 25 cedis.
E chingu so e yeti. Na osisi amochi a mo chene say mo ton ne say.
Yeah, fact crate now 45. First na ka crate ni 40 Ghana 30 Ghana. E bia 25. So say no 45. All your company abobo yen to me nto. Wo aha, nti say nso ba ko ye 3 cedis. Miloti, wo ye one come to 10 cedis. Till if you 7 cedis. Sana next cafe 9 cedis. Sana ye no. Wo ye over na 12 cedis. One cup blodo nka ho. Nkusia nka ho. Aha. Nyama no akosro. Oh. Telephone get one yellow one no practice ya he. Eh 11 cedis. Get one way. When first buy ya he. 4 cedis. Say I call 11 cedis. I call 11. Oh. Nse ba no sa unu se da wo so be no. Gas, ye fili gas a year. 7 kilo no. Say enye yes ma ka yo so nko fili no. 1 million 5 cedis. Yeah, first ni na fili no 60 and about 70. Say 1 million any 5 cedis. 7 kilo. And do a 7 kilo.
So it's obvious prices of goods are skyrocketing on the market. Traders are crying. Customers are also crying due to the increment in prices. So when next you want to visit the market, note that you need to have a lot of cash in your pocket. From the Makola Okaishi market, this is the Joy Business Shopping List. And my name is Beverly Broom. See you next week. Bye.
And I guess you would have to carry some cash with you whenever you're going to the market. Let's move away from that. And St. John's Bosco's College of Education has emerged as Northern Zone winners of the maiden National Tertiary Insurance Debate. The Upper East Region-based Education College beat its fierce opponents from the Bolgatanga Technical University to win the heated debate. After rounds of a competitive intellectual debate, St. John Bosco College amassed the highest score of 72, with Bolgatanga Technical trailing behind with 65 points.
Competition by the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, IACG, assembled 8 schools for the Northern Zone Championship. A total of 16 insurance awareness clubs from selected tertiary institutions nationwide engaged in the debate competition. The National Insurance Debate seeks to increase the insurance knowledge levels of tertiary students. The debate will offer the opportunity for students and stakeholders to share ideas to inform the insurance industry on the perspectives of tertiary students. The competition will also clear insurance misconceptions and empower the students to be change agents within their communities. The contest forms part of the Think Future, Think Insurance educational campaign by the IACG. Representative of the chairman of the Insurance Awareness Coordinators Group, Gabriel Kwame, says the contest would nurture and grow the penetration rate of insurance.
We formed insurance awareness clubs in these institutions to, educate tertiary students on insurance. We noticed that to keep up this momentum and to sustain the discussion of insurance at the tertiary level, then the National Insurance Debate was birthed. Now it gives, opinions, it gives policyholders, it gives students an opportunity to interact and speak about insurance details and topics. A growing economy, you need people who understand financial products. And for us, we believe that if you're able to impact critical knowledge of insurance to students at this stage, they grow into, these future leaders we know will enhance our economies.
Primetime representative Abigail Sewa Redu noted the two zonal champions will compete together in the Champion of Champions to debate in the final competition on 16th November.
We have two zonal competitions happening simultaneously. So we have one happening here in the Northern Zone, which consists of schools from Upper East, Upper West, Northern region, as well as here in Kumasi. And then the Southern Zones consist of schools from Cape Coast, from Accra, from the Volta region, and from the Western region as well. So these schools will come together after the final debate. The two zonal champions will come together to compete in the Champion of Champions, which will happen in Accra on November 16th.
St. John Bosco College of Education has secured a slot for the final competition. Ashanti Regional Manager of the National Insurance Commission, Dennis Farouk Dramani, also had this to say.
Insurance coverage has actually grown. From 2020 to now, it has jumped from 30% to 45%, which is quite a very huge growth. And this is happening because of some of these activities that we are undertaking in collaboration with GRZ, public education, and talking to students and the general public about insurance.
Clinton Yabua's report for Joy News.
And that's it for the program for tonight. I am Pious Kojo Backah. For more news, feel free to log on to myjoyonline.com/business.